Last month, a startup got a $900,000 AI bill for a feature nobody used. You're one budget cycle away from the same disaster if you're scaling AI right now. In 5 minutes, I'll reveal the math that avoids it. Every boardroom in 2025 had the same slide: AI will cut costs by 30%. 12 months later, that slide is a liability. Companies rush to embed AI into every product, every workflow. They budgeted for API calls but forgot about infrastructure, monitoring, and the fact that usage scales with user growth. Cloud providers are now cashing in. AWS AI revenue doubled last year, but that's coming directly out of customer margins. The average enterprise AI pilot that seemed cheap at $10,000 a month is now a $300,000 monthly anchor. The binge is over, and the hangover is real. But the real shock isn't the size of the bills, it's who's getting hit hardest. Hidden costs: it's not just the API call. Every prompt has a back-end cost you never see. When you integrate GPT-4 into an app, you're not just paying for tokens. You need vector databases to store and search, safety filters that double the processing time, and monitoring tools that add their own compute. Then there's the iterative nature of real-world AI. One user asking a follow-up can multiply token usage by 5. A customer service call can burn through 500,000 tokens if the bot goes off script. Most startups build their pricing on the first call cost and get obliterated when average usage spikes. And that's before we talk about the biggest silent killer: model drift. Snap's My AI chatbot became the poster child for this. Launched as a free feature to boost engagement, it became a 9-figure compute sinkhole. Snap had to throttle usage after realizing the per-user cost far exceeded any ad revenue it generated. Meanwhile, Chegg, the homework help platform, saw its stock crash 90% after rolling out AI tutors. The technology was impressive, but it cost them $15 per session while students only paid $10 per month. The Yahoo Finance investigation found dozens of such cases, companies balking at bills that tripled in a single quarter. But what happens when a company tries to reverse course? The answer cost one CEO their job. If you're building AI today, the playbook has changed. The winners are shrinking their models, not scaling up. A 7 billion parameter open-source model like Llama 3 can handle 80% of use cases at 1/10 the cost of the large APIs. Fine-tune it on your own data, host it on a simple GPU server, and your inference cost drops to pennies. Companies like DeepSeek proved that efficient architecture beats brute force. Even cloud providers now offer serverless GPU pricing that scales to zero when idle. The math is simple: if you're paying more than a cent per user session, you're bleeding. But there's a timing play here that early movers are already exploiting. The biggest risk isn't the bill, it's vendor lock-in. Once your product integrates deeply with one AI provider, your entire margin becomes hostage to their pricing. Look at what Salesforce did with Einstein GPT. They baked it into the platform and raised subscription fees. Once you're in that ecosystem, ripping out the AI means rebuilding from scratch. Microsoft is doing the same with Copilot across Office. They know switching costs are astronomical. That's why a counter-movement is brewing, and it's happening in a place most people ignore. In 2026, the AI industry is splitting in two. On one side, the big closed models, bleeding cash but defending their lock-in. On the other, open-weight models running on local hardware, delivering good enough for enterprise at a fraction of the cost. Companies are now demanding AI that fits on a single server, not a data center. The next wave isn't about bigger models, it's about smarter ones that run on the edge. The Yahoo Finance report hints that the biggest cloud providers are already preparing for a margin crash on pure compute. The companies that survive won't be the ones who binged the hardest, they'll be the ones who sobered up first. The era of AI gluttony is over. Subscribe and hit the bell, that's how you catch the next pivot before the market does.